All right, we are officially live on both. Hello, ladies and germaphobes. I know some of you out there are too afraid to do anything until you wash your hands. Actually, I had a friend, his older brother, his nervous tick. I don't know if it was a nervous tick or what it was. I was probably OCD if I had to guess. I never really asked. I guess I didn't say, like, what's his diagnosis, dog? But, like, he used to wash his hands so often that I think it kind of turned me off from the idea of washing my hands as much as I should. Now, I'm not saying I'm like a germ-ridden freak, right? I use hand sanitizer a lot, but like the soap and water, his hands would often like bleed and chafe up from how much he would wash his hands. So that's when I was like, I'm just gonna stick to the hand sanitizer then and only wash my hands when I'm in public because they don't have hand sanitizer. Sometimes they do, but I feel like that's a fit. And honestly, when it's hand sanitizer in public, I don't trust it. When I buy hand sanitizer, I feel like I'm clean. If I was just to use the hand sanitizer, like the foaming hand sanitizer that's in public, I feel like touching that for about 3 seconds is going to give me some new kind of E. coli we've never heard of or something, you know? It's just not for me personally. Hold on, let me make sure I feed up my pet real quick in Maplestory before he leaves me, because I don't think I've fed him in a while. Dazzling Hat's closeness has increased. Good for him. All right, let me get this all rocking and rolling real quick before you guys get to see my character. So, what's going on here? What's going on? I thought that you would not play Maplestory ever again. Well, first of all, that's just an insane thing to say. But second of all, so like what happened was my friends made me play WoW, and then I played WoW, and I went, man, you wanna know what MMO I'm missing? And so then I started to play a little bit of Maplestory. And they had a hyper burning event going on. So now I'm on a level 205 character. This is my private account. This was technically not the one I was doing on stream ages ago. But you know what? I think it's fine. And I think nobody even remembers the old account anyways. Didn't you say you played DBD last stream? Yeah, so what ended up happening was, well, I mean, like, to go into therapy, I suppose. Dude, I've had this weird almost anxiety about streaming. Oh, he said it, dude. Someone play the Doichi song, the one that we all love so much. I've had like this weird anxiety about streaming the past like 2-3 months where I'll get off work, I'll sit in front of my computer, I'll set up everything for a stream, and for whatever reason, I just can't get it in my mind to click the start streaming button. Like, I'm too much of a pussy to hit the button to take the dive, which is weird because all I do is fucking talk. This isn't hard. It's not anything that comes to my mind, I just say out loud. And then I go, oh, he said come, and then we all point and laugh. Do you think we're gonna bully you? No, I think it's that when I don't feel like I have enough energy, I'm worried that I'd let people down by going live while not being energetic enough, which I know is an obviously insane thing to think because it's not like if you're a real, like, functional, healthy human being, I don't think you look to a random person online who gonna break your immersion for a second, turns on a rat avatar to talk. I don't think you're gonna look to them for like your sense of security and stability in life. You're not like, my entire facade and worldview came crumbling down because Salted Slices didn't click the go live button as a rat today. Like, obviously that's not the case, but I don't know. I think it's just like, since I've been doing it for so long, I'm like, what if it's not as good as it was before? Mental health is the most important reason. There's no reason to stream every time. Yeah, but like I want to. Like I feel like honestly it's been more detrimental to my mental health to not click go live because then I built up like a blockade against it. Let these fat nuts down on your face. I mean, like, that was the end goal of me streaming, right? I'm trying to finally get some. That was the whole point. That's why I did this. It seemed like it worked out really well for Minecraft YouTubers. What's that? List? Jeffrey Epstein. No, never heard of him. Gotta get Joe to room into our room and press it for you. To room into our room. Oh, wait, yeah. Also, is this the song you wanted me to react to? Don't worry. I can still see the message. I can still see it. Greetings. Hello. Also, hi. How's it going? Hold on. First, we have to listen to this song. Wait, hold on. Before I listen to the song, let me preemptively mute the tab. I think, yeah, okay. I've seen this on my TikTok before. It's very good. I'm worried to play it, though, because I have a feeling King Von music will be copyrighted, and I don't have the audio split set up yet. And if you are a small channel who isn't affiliate yet and you play anything that's copyrighted for music, Twitch has a decent chance of just terminating your channel. But it is really good. It's so good. I've been seeing a bunch of these kinds of mashups on my For You page. Yeah. Writing with one hand is harder than I thought. Brother, if you think writing with one hand is hard, try gaming with one hand. That's what half the Maplestory players do, probably. Do I deserve to throw random strays at them when it's my first time returning to this game in 2 years? Yes. Because that's my God-given right when I clicked on the internet. I'm allowed to judge others for the same exact things that I'm doing. That's the point of this website. Do Maplestory players goon? I imagine the answer has to be yes, right? Like, I haven't kept up with the community. To be honest, I just picked this guy because check it out. He punches and he kickboxes. And then also his punches have like... Hold on. I'll show you all the moves. This one's really fun. If I would have held it for longer, you would have seen more of it. But I just wanted to do the big punch. But yeah, no, this guy's awesome. I fuck with his VFX heavily. So I like him a lot. When I saw they had a punching character, I went, son of a bitch. They want me back so bad. Me and me alone. I'm the target demographic. Hold on, allow me to up my sound just a smidge. That's a little bit more than a smidge. Let's just put it like right there. Yeah. But, damn, what the hell is he doing? Level 204. Wait, how's he doing that? I guess he's just not hyper burning. Sorry, it gets boring pressing one button. Your hands start wandering. Sorry. I'll correct that for you. But your hands also do. I guess they would start wandering. They'd be like, I wonder what that feels like. But yeah. So essentially, I was just playing WoW, and it made me miss playing Maplestory. So now I'm playing Maplestory. However, I have a character on WoW that I want to level on stream. I don't know if it would be any fun for you guys to watch, but I feel like MMOs are kind of where I might be hitting my stride, because like nothing happens in an MMO and all I have to do is talk. Like, you're not watching this right now going, I wonder what's going to happen next in the Maple world. Do you think he'll be the hero that the mushrooms were speaking of? You're obviously, well, I imagine not. I guess some people probably care about the Maple stories. There's no shot. I don't imagine anybody actually is like, the lore to the Maple world is what I really care about. I mean, you could also turn on your camera and do a just chatting stream. It's the same thing. Yeah, but like this one gives me a sensory toy for me. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How have you been? As far as I know, pretty good. I mean, like, you know, I already got my trauma dump out at the beginning of the stream where I've been talking about, like, it's just weird for me to click go live for whatever reason. And part of me thinks it's also just burnout from work. It makes me feel like I don't want to do anything productive. But streaming's kind of the opposite of being productive, if you ask me. Because I'm sitting in my room playing a video game and talking. But what is the current status of your health? Right now I'm at 23,178 out of 23,178, but that might change once we get into a place and start mobbing. But that's how it is currently. Thanks for checking. But yeah, right now they're doing a hyper burning event. And for everybody who has a life and doesn't know what that means, it means every one level equals 5 levels all the way up to level 260, where I would get this hyper burning max. So you can tell this person hit level 260 during this event, which is why they have that underneath them. Me, on the other hand, I have not done that at all. Not at all. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Also, the VTuber avatar has been growing on me. So here's my truth about like VTubing, right? I think VTubing could be a very mainstream thing if not for the fact that so much of the VTubing representation that people see is somebody with big tits, or, well, big tits on either side, honestly. They'll either be a dude with the most insane pecs you've ever seen, or a woman who has severe back pain. And the jokes always end up being like, oh, chatter, you can't say that naughty thing about me. And like, I think that just ironically turns people off from the VTubing sphere in general. Because to me, I just kind of view it as a medium, right? Like, I would never say, I don't think, to me, it's like writing off the idea of, oh, you can't do finger painting. Finger painting's only for children. Now rat tits, though? Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing about it is I would never be a hypocrite about any of this. Hold on, my toggle's not working. Just give me a second here. And the cool thing about it, I would never be a hypocrite about any of that, right? Because, like, that would really give me no ground to stand on. If I was just like, oh, it's so sad the way that all VTubers are sexualized, and then I had a sexualized model, that wouldn't work out. Luckily, these are big and natural, so you can't make fun of them. You guys know how I got that. It's ordering Raising Cane's on DoorDash 4 times a week. Okay, that's called hard work and dedication. because if you want to complete all of the regional quests without playing through them, enter skip or view summary. If you enter skip, the quest will be instantly completed. If you enter view summary, you'll watch the quest story. However, after you skip all the regional story quests, you will not be able to play the reverse city region prerequisite quest as this character. Skip? I've played it on a different character before, okay? All right, so now we're done reverse city. That's awesome. That was really good of us. We don't get stronger though yet, do we? No, we don't. I don't know if we're able to claim our dailies yet. We should be able to claim. Does reverse city have dailies, or does it just? I think reverse city just feeds into. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure it just feeds into this one, into your vanishing journey one. Like if I go get my vanishing journey dailies, it should also just include, oh, you can do some stuff in the reverse city. Totally went the wrong way, but we should be good. Yeah, we have our arcane power for this one. We're fine. We're fine. Let me know if the stream is too insanely loud. By the way, I've never balanced a Maplestory stream before. Just kidding. I did technically one time in the past. But you gotta understand something about Salted Slice's past streams. Yeah, I think it is a little bit loud for you guys. Let me just drop this to like negative 30 decibels for you. And like, we'll just kind of take it on the chin for a little bit here. You gotta understand something about Salted Slice's past streams, all right? Nobody was there to tell me about audio. Now I don't have people to tell me about audio either. But there's more people in theory. That's what I tell myself. That's what I tell my therapist. And he asked me if I can name all of the different voices that talk to me. And I go, no, but they are there. I promise. I still think it's a little bit loud. Honestly, let me just turn down my options because it feels loud for me as well. So let me just go back to like here. That should be fine. Yeah, that should be good. Also, his mobbing is so giga easy. Like, it's actually crazy how simple it is to mob on this character. Which I'm not complaining about, because when I have complex rotations, it doesn't work for me, all right? You think that I picked Warrior in World of Warcraft because I really wanted to think? You think I was locking that one in, going to myself, yes, this would really test my gaming prowess? No, man, sometimes taking the easy way isn't always that bad, okay? I view it as not reinventing the wheel. I know exactly what I want to do, and that's fucking beat people with a giant claymore. It is the simplest fantasy, yet it's also one of my favorite fantasies. It's just man using weapon double his size. And everybody thinks that I got it from Berserk. I actually don't know where I first had it happen, where I was like, this is awesome. But it was definitely, there was some character who did the trope before Berserk, because I remember I watched Berserk because I wanted to see the genesis of my favorite archetype, which is man holding giant sword. It's just such a, I just feel like it's so classic, you know? It's why if I play Alliance in World of Warcraft, which I don't think I'm ever going to, honestly. Well, I probably will have one character who's Alliance. I'm probably just going to be human male with a greatsword. Because I don't know, man. I don't need anything else. Nothing else really appeals the same way as human male with a greatsword. It's just something about a dude who knows exactly what he wants to be. Hey, I have something to say. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amed. I actually don't know how the last part of that is pronounced. I only know the lorem ipsum, but everybody knows lorem ipsum. Is that the... Obviously, I know it is Latin, by the way. But, like, if you were... Oh, I haven't activated my after image. I'm so stupid. Goes to show how much it matters on this character. But... Dude, would you take the SAT? Could lorem ipsum just, like, actually appear as a question? Like, related to it? Because I know there's a lot of Latin / roots of words. Well, at least I was always told it. To be completely honest with you, I never took the SAT. And you might say, why? It was like a really stupid and selfish reason. The entire reason I never took the SAT was because my mom wanted to send me to an SAT prep course that would have taken most of my summer to do. And... essentially, the agreement we got into is, okay, you don't have to take it, but take the prep course. But when you take the SAT, I expect at least this level of a score. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not stupid. At least I like to think I'm not. But some of my friends who are smarter than me, I saw the scores they were getting. And I thought to myself, there's no shot I'm hitting the score she wants me to hit. So that was how I came up with my solution, which was I keep my end of the bargain if I just never take the SAT. And how did that end up bothering me in life? Look, it probably would have been pretty ass if I didn't get a good job right out of college. Not right out of college, right out of high school, sorry. Probably would have made it way worse for me. But luckily, I'm good. Honestly, I'll say it, man. College is great if you don't have connections. I feel like if you know somebody, what does college matter? You know? Like, okay, barring the obvious, right? Because, like, there's obvious fringe cases. Someone will go, well, I'd like my doctor to go to college. Yes. There are certain jobs where I think college is very important. Now, even with that, would I say college as it exists right now is very important for everybody? I'd say probably not. Because, like, let's say you want to be... Can you go to college to be a philosopher? I feel like that's just a job that doesn't matter anymore. You know? It's been completely phased out. So I don't think that one counts. But, like, let's say you want to be a psychiatrist, right? I could see how English classes could help you understanding classic literature, because that's also, literature is a reflection of the human mind and stuff like that, right? Why do I care if my psychiatrist, right, was taking 3 years of a language credit in their college class? Like, that just doesn't matter to me. I mean, I guess technically for being a psychiatrist, though, you can treat patients who speak a different language. But let's be real, they'd probably just rather go to somebody who natively speaks the language rather than your textbook-ass way of learning it. Because every time you learn a language from a textbook, it's never going to be like actually knowing the language. You could study Duolingo your whole life, and the first time somebody says something to you in the language you're learning, you go, huh? Now, that's way more of a slight on Duolingo, if I'm being completely honest. Just because, like, dude, Duolingo doesn't teach you language. It just kind of teaches you, from my understanding, again, I'm no pro-linguist. I know enough Spanish to barely get by conversationally. Granted, the one part that's really left my mind, and it would make my conversational Spanish far worse if I point this out, but the one part that's like doesn't exist anymore is I don't remember how to do past participle for like your conjugation of verbs. Look, that would suck if I was speaking Spanish regularly. I'm not, so but it is still in there. It's kind of crazy how hard it is to unlearn something you know. I guess that's why bad habits are, well, first of all, a song that people only know from TikTok, but are pretty hard to get rid of, huh? Because it's so easy to pick up, well, to memorize the vocabulary, but then forgetting it. You think I'm ever gonna forget La Lechuga is lettuce? You think I'm ever gonna forget La Lechuga del Diablo is a direct translation of the devil's lettuce, but I don't know if that's actually how you would call weed in Spanish, because, like, I put that together. They didn't really teach me in high school, because I was like, well, if Diablo means devil, but I was pretty intelligent. That's, maybe I would have got that 1600 on the SAT. That was not the score that I was told to get, by the way. My mother's not insane. In fact, I don't even remember what it was at this point, because I just remembered somebody smarter than me got a score that was definitely lower than it, and I went, I'm out. They could have had what happened to me, though. I don't know if anybody else took AP classes where, like, you do an AP test at the end of your year, and depending on your score you get on it, some colleges will count you already having completed that class, right? So, like, let's say you did, like, the ones that I did calc and English. I did calc, English, and I think biology. I wanted to do chemistry AP, but for whatever reason, chemistry and me were like oil and water. Like, to this day, probably. I just haven't really been doing much chemistry in my free time. I've been playing Maplestory, which I would like to consider to be a, you know, helpful use of my time rather than just chemistry. Honk, oh, wow, Walter White, wow, like, come on. Sorry, I don't care to do drugs, guys. No, but I don't know. Chemistry and me just never really mixed. But anyways, it happened in one of my AP tests, and I still think that this is insane. For my calc AP test, you were expected to bring your own calculator for, like, the scientific calculators, like your Texas Instrument TI calculators, right? So that you could do your derivatives, you could do all that kind of stuff on there. But to me, and maybe this is just, it's an honor system thing, nobody would do it, that felt insane because TI calculators are programmable. In fact, I guarantee you somebody in there had all of the equations that they should have had memorized just sitting on their TI calculator, or you can even install apps that help make doing derivatives easier. So the calculator sections are more of a who's more prepared, not like a who can execute. So I thought that they would provide calculators when you got there because it's so easy to load up whatever you want onto your calculator's app settings. Turns out that it's just kind of like a nod cheat if you want to, because look, the instructors, they wouldn't know the difference between me taking an actual derivative versus looking at my calculator for getting information out of it. They're there on volunteering, you know? They wouldn't be like, I remember this calculus. In fact, I did calculus. You wanna know how much of it stuck with me? Not too much. I could take a derivative with my calculator if you gave me the information. I don't think I could remember all of derivatives though. Why? Because I'm not an engineering student. Engineering students, I know that's like their lifeblood. They close their eyes and the nightmare they see is a derivative in front of them. Well, that and their hair falling out, but that's just, I mean, come on. What are you gonna do at that point? That's just how it is. If you go into engineering, you will be bald by the end of getting your PhD, master's, or even just degree in general. It's kind of what the entire major is designed for, as far as I can tell. It's one of those like unicorn things that you'll never see, an engineering major with hair. It can't happen. If it does happen, I think the dean has to step in with a razor and like change that. Dude, I have been thinking that I should probably buy, because I don't know. I wish that there was a way I never had to shave again. And the estrogen on my couch. Wait a minute. There is a way. No, but like, I just get so tired of having to clean shave, dude. Because my face, you've seen it before. My facial hair looks like I'd be on a list that doesn't exist. It does not look good for me. But I also don't have much of an option because I hate having to buy the disposable razors. And I hate having the automatic ones that you just kind of press up against your face and move up and down until you're all good. I've got like really sensitive skin. So when I use those, I just kind of like get a bunch of breakout or red spots, no matter how much aftershave, no matter how light I go, no matter any of that. It always happens to me. So I just kind of wish I could not have facial hair grow anywhere other than obviously on my upper lip where my mustache is like very defined and well seen by everybody. But that's just because, you know, everyone loves my mustache. So it's just kind of, it's what I'm known for. There's no way I could ever drop it at this point. Red, yo, how goes it? How goes it, Kyle? How's your day going? It's my first stream in like 6 days. Why? I mean, a guy's got to get lazy. No, I was doing my therapy trauma dump at the start of stream. We're done with that now. Trauma dumping so last 30 minutes of stream. Now we're moving in the future where all I do is run around and kick rats to death, which, call it self-hatred, call it what you must. Call me what you want, call me when you need, call me out by your name, you know? I missed you, you cute little rodent. Yeah, I mean, so like that was the issue, right? Is I love streaming, but I've just kind of been having a mental block when it comes to hitting go live on OBS, and I don't know why, and it's probably something like I could talk to a therapist about. But in my home life experience, what I've been taught is you could talk to a therapist, or you could just say, fuck it, we ball, and let it ride. And put it all on red and black. Put 50% on red, 50% on black, and watch it hit green. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Interact / harvest. I don't remember how this one works. I think you want to hit the center of it. It'll be like, yeah. Okay. We want to hit yellow section like that. Get perfects if possible. This one just gives an astronomical amount of XP. It's always worth doing. If you're Salted Slice's pro tips, if you're an endgame leveling your maple character, always go into the purple portals. Because holy shit, the level, unless you think you're going to be farming for a while all day and daily reset's not going to happen because there's only a limited number you can do per day. But don't let that hubris stop you. Don't be like, oh, well, it could be more in the future, because everything always could be better. That's kind of like the way life works. It's about what's here and now, what you have in front of you. And if you have it in front of you, brother, I'm going to take it. All right, well, time for her to clean up the screen again. fine. But I'm doing good. Had a very chill day. Yeah, all right, that's good. That's good. I mean, for me, work's been a little bit intensive, but like I've got a new outlook on work, which is I worry about work while I'm there. When I am off work, it ceases to exist. And you know what? It's like, honestly, it's a really healthy way to view it. You want to know why? This guy who calls his own coping mechanisms healthy. It's kind of like drinking and driving. It's just a very healthy coping mechanism. No, but like, you want to know why I think it is healthy though? Because like, it gives me such a good separation. I used to have some days on weekends. I'm sure some people can relate to this, where I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh shit, I still got this to do at work, but it's a weekend, you know? But it was the overhang because I would always worry about it too much. And then I came to realize something. It doesn't, my work specifically, like maybe if you're a brain surgeon, you can let that weigh on you a little bit more heavy, because that's going to be a hard one to get out of your mind. Pun intended. So that one I'd understand if it kind of sticks in there a little bit, if it permeates a bit longer. I think I'll give you permission to let that affect your day-to-day life a bit more. But like for me, I came to understand that my job doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Not even in like a nihilistic way. As in, dude, what I'm doing is I'm updating people's websites. They'll be fine if their special is one day off, because nobody's even gonna click on the special on a website. Be honest with me. When's the last time you went on a website and actually, like randomly the first time you landed on a website and went, well, I might as well book this special deal right now? It doesn't happen. So I really just putting it into perspective that like nothing matters and we're all gonna, well, maybe not that last part, but no, obviously, I think call it like a healthy, optimistic nihilism, if it's gonna be bunched in with nihilism anyways. I'd rather my viewpoints not get bunched in with nihilism at all, but that's mainly just because Reddit has kind of claimed nihilism, and I don't fuck with that. I really just, the last thing I want is to be considered a Redditor. Do I go on the website? Very often. Do I want that to be known? Not at all. It's just like the worst, it might be my worst trait. It might be my only red flag is that I do browse reddit.com. And I'll tell you right now, man, look, the political climate of the world right now sure is an interesting place, right? That's where I'm gonna leave that comment. What I'm gonna say in addition to that is I can't stand all the Reddit assemble style posts I'm seeing on there where people are like, yeah, but if we, the Redditors, were to do something about this, what would the government be able to do? And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, no offense. You're not gonna do anything. Because it's easy to LARP as like, I'm gonna be a revolutionary when you're behind your keyboard. In real life, you're just Monkey D. Dragon. And don't take that as a compliment. I'm trying to say you won't leave your desk and you will do nothing. The last thing I want is anybody to take that as like, oh wow, you're right, I am like a, no, no, no. You're not gonna do anything. You're gonna hype yourself up and not do anything. Just like him. That's why you're so similar. With that said, I don't care where you fall on the political spectrum on this specifically. Also, hold on, let me turn down, I feel like my game audio peaks a bit too much when it comes to, like all the lines popping up at once. Did my combo reset? My combo did not reset, we're chilling. But anyways, I don't care where you fall really on the political spectrum for this part of it, right? Did you see the interview, or like the meetup, the play date between the President of the United States and Vladimir Putin? If so, I feel like a certain moment that happened, like, I felt like I was living through the next big political thing, by which I mean the big political joke, right? Because there was shoe getting thrown at president, absolutely iconic. Everybody references that one all the time. The war on terror is not going to be an easy one. We are not taking this lightly. Now watch this drive. Absolutely iconic moments in politics, right? I think Vladimir Putin getting asked, President Putin, when are you going to stop the genocide of innocent people? And he shrugs and does a little, a little bit of this, little bit of that hand motion, and that's his only response to the question before walking off, might be one of the funniest political moments of all time. Is it downright tragic when you think about it for more than a second? Yes, but it's like what you have to understand is you should laugh at it before you let it destroy your emotional state. Because that is objectively one of the funniest responses that you can give to that question. While also, you know, it does have absolutely horrible implications for everybody involved. With that said, that is such a funny react. Like, that's the kind of reaction. If you were writing a new Austin Powers movie, you wouldn't have Dr. Evil do that because you'd think to yourself, oh, that's too on the nose. Nobody would be that comedically evil to be asked about a genocide and shrug about it. And that's just like what happened. That's so funny. Like, parody can't be alive if this is how world leaders act. And it's so, like, look, I've determined not to let that also bother my day-to-day life because otherwise it's all you ever get to worry about, right? And, like, it's just not a way to live. That's just a way to kind of have your worst mental state of all time. And I understand it is important to be informed and all that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to say stick your head in the sand and don't care and blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying, like, care within reason. Like, whenever people are saying about horrible things Jeff Bezos is doing, just maybe next time you're gonna order off Amazon, just, like, think about it twice. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't order. God knows you'll need that vibrator with next day shipping. I'm just saying that, like, think about it. You know, those kind of, like, little micro things, I think, are where it's like, it's okay, but, like, just don't let it consume everything about you, because otherwise you won't be able to have any joy in your life. And you could argue there's nothing to be joyful about, but I feel like that's just way too depressing of a worldview. One that I can't adopt. No matter how much of a doomer everything around you gets, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's too hard to think that way specifically. But I think that I'm kind of like stun locking myself on this topic. We can move on. I just really thought the Putin shrug was insanely hilarious for all of the wrong reasons, but still insane. Like, I was laughing really hard at that response. Because that might be the funniest response you could ever give to that question. Absolutely not appropriate, sure. Hilarious, nonetheless. Wait, we're almost to the next level, so we'll be able to go... I can't remember what the next one's called. It's like the one with all the animals, I think, though. Like the animals who live on the river. I believe. God damn. I mean, this character's just so sick, right? This character might be my favorite in the game. They're just so cool. I think there's an issue with them, though. From what I understand, I'm no Maplestory pro, if you can't tell by the fact that I'm level 205, when I'm sure everybody else who's been doing hyperburning is already 260, because Maplestory players... Look, I technically count as one of them, so I can say it. All they do is play Maplestory. I mean, like, the game's got enough dailies to last you the rest of your life, so... Put that gacha game down, dear gamer. We've got more stories to Maple. But I believe the issue that what's this guy's name? Mojuan, I think. Mojuan? I'm not sure. I know it's a name I can't pronounce without being told how to pronounce it. I'm sure if I was told how to pronounce it, I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. I'm just gonna do a soft sound for this part. But anyways, I think it's Mojuan, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be Moshuen. I don't know. Anyways, he is, I believe, a global Maplestory exclusive character. And so you might say, what's wrong with that? Well, it means that when Korean Maplestory servers get like their updates for balancing characters or doing big new things, global's on their own to come up with the balance for this one or what they want to do with him. Which means, as far as I understand, his power level fluctuates a lot, or like all global exclusive characters do, where sometimes they'll be insanely good, other times they'll be very behind. I think they're very rarely just kind of like balanced. I'm not sure though. This is my understanding. This is guy who doesn't know anything parroting what he's heard. Oh, well, I've never got too big into the Maplestory community. I don't know if there even is much of a community on Twitch or otherwise. Because it just is, to me, it's a very solo played game. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously there's dungeons and weeklies that other people do. But if you don't really get involved in an MMO's community, I don't think you're ever going to really do the raids, the weeklies, whatever. I think it's just weekly bosses for this one. I don't think they do traditional style raids. But again, I don't know. And you might say, how could you possibly have been addicted to a game before where you don't know anything about the end game? I'm happy you asked. Leveling just kind of like puts dopamine directly into my brain. You know what like, I'm injecting it to my veins right now. Just seeing lines fly up and enemies get completely decimated. And also, I'm sure I'm rotating wrong, because I think I'm supposed to be making sure I cast this before I use my big punch so that it gets better final damage. But I'm not gonna lie, these little rats don't stand a chance. Now, we do have another hour, I think, before daily reset. I think daily reset is at 7 p.m., so I should go do my Dave the Diver dailies. And you might think to yourself, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Don't worry. Ye of little faith, allow me to show you. Dude, it is also... It feels like it might be the most... What's a good way to describe it? Like, I imagine most people streaming this game would probably just throw on their Spotify playlist and not say anything. Let me know if I'm correct in that, by the way. I mean, like, they might talk every now and then, but I feel like it would be like the style where you look over to chat and someone will be like, my grandma died, and they go, your grandma died? That's crazy work. And then they go back to just doing their rotation on mobs. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just kind of seems like that's what MMOs attract in terms of, like, every time I've seen a popular MMO streamer, that's always the kind of stuff that they're doing on their stream. Which is, I mean, it probably makes sense, right? I feel like MMOs, most people want someone who's chill. They don't want someone who's talking all the time. So where's my space in here? I don't know. That's for other people to find out. Like, MySpace already died once. I'm not here to dredge up old wounds. I know some people spent 10, 20 hours customizing their MySpace profile, so I'm not here to dredge up that wound for them. Throw these out. I guess we'll just pop both. Why not? Gives us, I think, 100% crit, and then we also empower our shadow that's running around. I don't remember my Matrix skills that well because I just unlocked the Matrix. My favorite movie of all time. Really hope there's no politics in this one, back when movies weren't political. What's that about the creators? What's it an allegory for? No. No, because that's way back. That's when movies were good. Come on. I do love the kinds of people who complain about movies being too politically oriented now, because, like, I would love to know what movies they were watching before. Because I feel it isn't a movie in itself normally an expression of something? Doesn't that normally mean politics will show up because politics are expressions? Not saying that you have to love it, by the way. And also, some movies can definitely be too political to the point where they bore me. What's a good example of this? I'm happy you asked. Star Wars prequels. Are they real politics? No. But man, the Star Wars prequels are nothing but political dramas, and they bore me. Sounds like, dude, I know that it's like you're the one who keeps talking about it, by the way. I recognize that. I recognize my own hubris and my own, the fact that it's I who does it. But politics might be the most boring thing to talk about of all time. I don't understand the kinds of people who just get together and discuss politics for 3 hours. I understand if you're a governor and your whole objective is like, how can I starve more people and build less homeless shelters? Yeah, you've got to talk about that. These are the kinds of cutting edge plans that people need. But, like, I don't understand why regular people, could you imagine just going to a bar to talk politics with your boys? I think that I would not be leaving that bar alive. I think the only way I'm leaving that bar is with lead in my brain. It's just, sorry to Jaden Smith. I know that he really just wants to talk about the socio-political state of the world right now. But that kind of shit bores me to no end. Especially because nobody ever has anything actually insightful to say. They're always just like, you think this policy's bad or do you think it's good? And then if you say it's bad, they're like, yeah, I agree. And then if you say it's good, they're like, oh, I disagree. Why would you think that? And then you explain your point and they're like, oh, no, I still think it's bad. Either way, I just think it's one of the only things you won't get people to ever change their mind on. Which is why I just feel like it's such a pointless thing to talk about. And yet it's all, you might say, by the way, why are you focusing on it so much? I think it's because my social media feeds have been nothing but politics no matter what I try to do. I've been trying to cull it out so hard. I don't know if anybody else has this issue. My TikTok loves showing me politic posts. And every time I don't interact, I scroll so quickly to be like, don't show me this. Go back to showing me people looping in Dead by Daylight or something. Because at least then I'm not having to see anything else. I'd way rather see that Dead by Daylight looping, man. So I've been trying so hard to cull it, yet no matter what I do, it's all I see. I don't even open the comments. Because if you open the comments, I'm worried that TikTok will be like, oh, engagement. He must love this one. I don't love it. I've never loved it. And yet it's all they think I want. Man, rough day to be you, man. We're going kind of insane on it, huh? Alright. Well, I think we can go take a break, do our little dailies real quick. We're going to drop our combo. Maybe we should combo all the way up to 210, then go do our daily. Okay. You've convinced me. Fine. I mean, you drive a hard bargain. How am I supposed to say no to that? Especially because we're starting to get the golden EXP orbs. Dear Lord, are they loud sometimes. But I kind of like it when it sounds like my sound card is breaking. That's how I know I'm doing something well. Dude, yeah. I mean, I don't have his backdash bound, which I've been told is one of his strongest abilities. Who have I been told it by? I one time looked up, is Mojuan very strong? And people said he's got a really good backdash. And I don't even have that shit bound. So maybe I am the issue. All right, let's repop up our buffs. I keep forgetting to get those up. Is there any... I think there is. I think I should put on an alarm that tells me when the buffs are down. Should I mean, we've got some 15-minute ones, so I'll just pop a 15-minute XP boost. Especially because these are only the 2x ones. Come on, who cares about those? You'll get plenty. I think that's my issue. I'm always so stingy with resources in games, man. I'm always so worried that I'm like, well, what if I need this later, so I shouldn't use it? It's why I'll enter the final boss of Persona 3, for example. You can see that on my very playthrough. And have 30 full SP and HP restores, like 27 revive items. And these are just the ones that I picked up throughout the story. I didn't even bother ever buying a single one. And I still won't use them on the final boss, because I'm like, well, what if after the final boss I want to do post-game stuff? And then I never do post-game stuff, but every time I tell myself I can't possibly dedicate any resources to it. I think I'm just gonna get better at like using what I got. All right. Well, that was chill. That was a chill little 5 levels up. We're fine now. You have unused AP. That's pretty true. Where the fuck is the... Okay, here we go. Oh, all right. A good little grind there. Now we're up to, I believe, the next part. Get that assigned. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was going to go say hi to Dave the Diver. He should be somewhere over here. I mean, honestly, I'll just take this to Nameless Town. It's easier that way. It makes more sense this way. All right, now we got Dave. Boy, dude, Dave the Diver heads are going to love this one. It's time for us to dive. Okay. If you don't succeed in exploration, you can try 2 more times. I think we're fine. I didn't buy before I went in. I'm so stupid. I could have got better equipment. Oh, well. Let's see what we get anyways. Dude, I don't know what it is. The ocean has always skeeved me out. I think it's just something about the fact that, like, and don't say obviously, okay? You're going to make me feel like a faux intellectual. You're going to make me feel like the guys on TikTok who realize other people have emotions at age 30, okay? But I think it's just because you're so out of your element as a person in the water, you know? I love swimming. The second I get any kind of inkling that, like, I'm not totally in control, I don't know, man. It makes it hard for, like, if anything brushes up against my leg, I don't care if it's seaweed, I'm bitching out of the water. You can't pay me enough to stay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I wasn't ready for it. All right, we got it still. We're fine. Let me readjust my hand so I can use my fast twitch muscles better on my right hand. Don't ask why those ones are better. I couldn't possibly begin to imagine why. But yeah, no, if anything remotely slimy touches my leg at all when I'm in the ocean, I'm so out of there so fast, man. You don't want me, if I'm watching it, if I was a lifeguard, do not swim, man. It might be the worst idea you could have, because the second anything that could inconvenience me does inconvenience me, I'm out of there, all right? We should be okay. I know we're over our weight limit right now, but I'm doing some Dave the Diver tech that not all you Maple players will know, man. Which is staying past. I'm sure they know it. I'm sure if they can do anything, it's min-max. They'd go insane in Dave the Diver, honestly. Am I going insane? This looks exactly like Dave the Diver. Is this a collab? This is a collab, yes. Well, so if you didn't know, I guess a little lore dump. Dave the Diver is, I don't know if it's published or if it's made by Nexon. I know it's at least published. It might be made by Nexon, aka the creators of Maplestory as well. So they are doing a collab between both of them. And they recreated all of Dave the Diver, more or less, all of the base game of Dave the Diver. I don't know how much has been added because I haven't played it in a while. Dude, that would be a fun stream game. That'd be a chill. I did not mean to shoot the little clownfish. All right, let's get on out of here. Let's not fail the expedition. Fine. I was hoping for better stuff, honestly. We'll take this one with us on our way out. And while we're at it, you know what? We might as well... oh, sorry, I can't shoot like I used to, man, okay? I think it just drains more to have more. Yeah, we'll be fine. All right, let's yoink on out of here and go run our Bancho sushi for the day. But, you know, you would not want me around you if you were swimming and needed someone to spot you. I mean, if you were swimming in a pool, you'd be fine. The second we're trying to go in the ocean, nah, man. Skeeves me out too much. How much we need to upgrade this? Only 4. That's fine, because we only have 9 customers coming in today. Over here, yet again, I'm assuming it'll be 4. Yes, 4. Again, fine. We have 7. We need 6. So hear me out. We have 5 and 5 on these. I'm just going to enhance you because you still only give 11. These are still both better. I'm going to do the max of these that I can, and then I'm going to just do some here. Yeah, that should be fine. Max that we can. Okay, then put in 4, man. When I click max, you don't have to do the max actual number possible. You can just put in the amount we should. All right, we should be good. Am I able to hire? No, I can't. Wait, maybe I can. I just don't have the money for it yet. No cooking speed varies by level, sure. Dining area. Oh, we can hire Jace for the dining area. Select, hire. Sign the staff. But I don't have the slots yet, so. Swap? Yep. All right. Unless. Aha. Got it. We're good. All we had to do was that first. Yeah. Okay. Sorry if you care about the story of the collab. I'm just going to be skipping through it, but I am happy to see Pink Bean. Probably. Dude, I got at, well, I didn't technically get it. My roommate went to a convention recently and came back with a pink bean and a mushroom pin for me. So I was very happy about that. They reset my dining stuff, but that's chill, man. That's chill. I don't mind or anything, obviously. That's whatever. That's fine. Just gonna have to reset the menu up. Just gonna put in 5 of these. Just gonna put in, I don't know. Let's get crazy. Let's get wild and wacky, why don't we? Throw in 4 of these ones. Open our sushi place, and then we're all good. Oh, dude, it's honestly Dave the Diver. The main reason I stopped playing it, this game stresses me out, man. I'm not built for these streets. Okay. I mean, how do I know which one my random guy is gonna do? I don't even remember how you know it in actual Dave the Diver. Oh, dude, if he's just running them for me, that's so chill. Then I'll just easy. What the fuck? I think I hit space too quickly. I must have hit space too quickly. That's my only possible explanation. Alright, get him some of these. I mean, it's just so easy. Once you've played Dave the Diver, Maplestory Dave the Diver's nothing. They had to water it down because they know MMO players, their minds are mush. They don't understand anything going on anymore. They only know flashing colors in front of them. Ooh, hello, hello, welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? I hope you guys had a great stream. Yet again, I saw it for like a second before I went live. I saw it from Sen's point of view, but I hope you guys are doing great. I hope I have a mod here who can shout you both out. But, There's other stuff I should say here. I'm Salted Slices. Today we're doing a little bit of Maplestory. I'm not normally like a big MMO streamer or even MMO guy, but like sometimes you have an addiction that runs so deep into your veins, and they do a collab with Dave the Diver, which is, I mean, come on, like how could you not play at that point? So it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. But I hope you guys had a great stream. Hope you had some fun playing the game that you were playing, which I know what it is. But I mean, like, maybe one of you should put it in chat first so I know that you know what game it was. If you need to, you know, raid and dash, I understand. It's my signature move, so I wouldn't be upset at all if someone used their ult on me in return. But yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of doing some Maplestory and chilling. So that's all for me. Yeah, Dying Light was good vibes. Sen knew what game they played. Being one of the two who raided, somehow Sen knew. No, yeah. I mean, it's always somewhat appealed to me, just because, like, the parkour aspect of it does look really fun. Sen Tally there, I shouted at them. I mean, that works. That's pretty much all I asked for. We are also, I haven't found this guy in the shallows yet, but also, why is there Dave the Diver in Maplestory? Because Nexon made both games, so they decided to do a crossover. And look at all these things I can get. I have 30,000 event tokens, so I should probably buy some of them. I can get Cobra's fit. I can get Dave's fit. I can get Boncho's fit. Granted, I don't think I should put on Boncho's fit. I don't think that's made for me. Nexon made Dave the Diver. So I don't know if they made Dave the Diver or if they published it, but they definitely own Dave the Diver. They are the owners of it for sure. When you start it up, you'll see Nexon. That's crazy. Yeah, but again, I'm not 100% sure if they like actually own it. But you know what? Why am I saying that? This is the internet. We're supposed to spread misinformation. It's just kind of like what you do. So yeah, actually they did make it. They did. It was them 100%. Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, that sounds exactly correct. Dude, should I keep this? Because obviously I know if you're looking at the attack power change, you'll tell me, no, whatever you do, don't keep it. But I don't know. I feel like I should, just because it's... Just because the equipment we're running right now is temporary challenger equipment, which will get replaced eventually. Should I level up this belt more? Probably? I mean, it doesn't have any stuff on it. Are your bosses daily or weekly? I can never remember. Normal pink bean. I think that one might be daily. They keep telling me I should beat this guy for like extra rewards. I don't know if I'm strong enough, honestly. We can give Chaos a try, but I really just think I'm far too weak. I mean, we can see the only reason, by the way, that I'm like, maybe I am strong enough is because if I go in item burning at level 200, they're like, hey, why don't you try to beat Chaos Zakum all by, or yeah, Chaos Zakum all by yourself. The reason that I don't beat Chaos Zakum all by myself is because I'm stupid and dumb. Also, it shouldn't surprise you too much that Nexon made Maplestory, sorry. Well, that one obviously shouldn't surprise you. That they made Dave the Diver. Think of all the collabs that they started doing once the game got popular. That's the kind of... Oh, whoops. Did not mean to pop that early. Well, I guess we'll just be getting into it. I mean, let's see what our damage is looking like. Because this is kind of how I determine if I'm strong enough. That was just an unlucky spot that I went for that. My fault. Okay. Pop this. Our damage is not absurd, but I don't think it's actually that bad. Again, not saying it's going to be easy at all. I'm saying that I think it might be popular. Or popular? Possible. You'll have to try and hear me through the wind turbine of damage noises that's going on right now. And if you can, I mean, like, good on you. All right, just focusing my numbers, looking at my cooldowns right now. I think it might be possible. When do we get to collect grains of salt for redeeming? Look, when I finally decide that you guys deserve ads, I don't think that should have hit me, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I'm able to give 5% of his health. It has taken me most of my HP to do so, though. Now, this is why I waited, because now we should be good to just throw... We should be good just to throw that, see? Yeah. See, I don't really know what we're supposed to do here. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me, guys. Look, it's been a while, okay? You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't last. Am I still good there? All right, I was worried I wouldn't be. We might be okay to do this. And you might say, aren't you the one doing it? Shouldn't you be a little bit more confident? No, because, like, I've never really been good at beating bosses in this game. But I think that this is good enough that I might be able to keep it up. Emphasis, hard emphasis on might, by the way. But big damage there. Woo. All right, pop that one. Sorry, my commentary is not going to be great here because I'm limit testing myself. I can also just dash directly into death. I mean, like, whatever works, I suppose. All right. Let's pop. I have that. Oh, shit. It just came up. Okay. It's so hard for me to see the ending of timers versus if they're off cooldown. That's honestly an issue I have in WoW, too. I'm sure everyone always tells me that there's buttons that changes that. Sorry for your fucking ears right now, by the way. I'm sorry for mine more. Well, yeah. Honestly, I think it's possible. I've just got to lock in better. I'm going to back out. I'm going to lower my volume really quickly. Don't mind me. Yeah, let's just get skill sound effects and skills themselves very down in volume, shall we? That should make... Yeah, that should make that part quieter, which is all I really care about. I think that's totally possible. Banned heterosexual Trius May MX Ma? Dude, you can't ban heterosexual people in my chat. They'll think they're not welcome here. And they're already an oppressed class, probably. If you listen to them, they told me that they are, and they can't lie. That would be lying. I think we're good to go to Choo Choo Mountain, aren't we? You can't go to that area right now. Oh, never mind. It is totally a higher level than what we are. Or is it? When do we unlock that one? I thought it was now. Just based off also the hyper burning level 210 gives us the Choo Choo Island symbol. I mean, we're going to take both of them, obviously. Oh, am I not allowed to get that? After completing the story quest. Okay. I gotta go eat and dream of sprinkling grains of salt on cheese. Dude, salted cheese actually does go kind of insane, though. Like, obviously, you know, I'm a little bit biased in that. But it is insanely delectable. Where am I supposed to go now for the quest? Hold. No. Oh, sorry. I saw a job checked. Choo Choo Below the Falls. There it is. You can skip all. Yes. Type skip if you would like to skip. There it is. Only a little bias? Yeah, I mean, just like a smidge. Only a spoonful or whatever. Okay, cool. So now we're all good. We should have dailies we can do here. We do have dailies we can do here. Daily story continues, baby. Defeat 500 monsters on Choo Choo. Oh, that's so easy. And then we've got over here in our events tab, Hyper Burning Max. We should now be able to grab our level 7 symbol. Now, if you don't understand what any of this means, how does it know to feel, how does it feel to know what the touch of a woman is like? With that said, we will be popping both of these. Both of these. Yes. All right. So that should be our arcane symbol is now leveled up. Yeah, I mean, 1 out of 20 for the other XP isn't exactly stellar, but it's what we've got. We might as well just max these out, I think. I don't really know what else you do with node stones aside from get yourself ready for being stronger. Okay. This is where I'm going to be very vulnerable and open with you guys, by the way. Like, this is where I'm going to be completely honest with you. When it comes to the nodes and the matrix for 5th job, I don't know what's happening. I just don't even begin to have a clue. And I'm just not even gonna pretend like I do, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're a smart person. I think you'd figure it out. I don't know what I should do. But we've got it now. Cause like, I honestly, look at this. You're telling me you unironically know what you're looking at here? I know this one's really good, because like, look at that. That's so goated. This one has more final damage, this one has more final damage, and my one that's always up, except for the fact that I died, so I forgot to set it back on, is always up. But aside from that, I don't really know. I do have Sharp Eyes, which I should probably do, right? Critical rate plus 10%, critical damage. Oh, critical damage up is why I care about this one, I imagine. Okay, we can put that in slot 7 then. That's no big deal. That should be fine. What's this one? Collect Urja, then attack enemies and disrupt them. I'm just going to double click it. There are no available targets. All right, well, you know, I tried. Crashing Earth, that's this one. Yeah, I just really don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I know these ones I should definitely enhance with the materials I'm getting, because they're never going to get any better unless you enhance them here. And I'm definitely, okay, that's fine. That's cool. Just opened up 100. You don't have to have any. Hey, that one's not bad to get a bunch of, though. I would have loved this one to go up more, though, because that's what makes my after image way stronger. But fine. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I think if I enhance this one, I'll be able to... I could technically get it to rank 6 and a bunch of XP, but right now it is rank 4. Okay. I don't know. Fucking... Do you all mind if I just throw in 3? Well, one of these might be like a god roll, and I wouldn't even know. That's where I get really tripped up. I don't know what's a god roll, what's good, what's bad. I don't know if any of these are even remotely good. There's just so much that I don't know. Maybe you care about this one. Puts weapon into overdrive. Attack power plus 22. Oh, wait, that seems pretty good. Attack power during cooldown minus 15%. Never mind. It gives you an insane DPS window, but then you are nerfed for when it's not up. I don't know. It is risk versus reward, but like, it turns out I'm not very good at risking. Would you like to enhance one? So I have 10 matrix points. What's enhance all? Oh. Damn, some of these will level quickly. But do I care for those? I don't know. You can see where my issue comes in. I mean, I probably care for this one. It's a good thing I didn't get any others to feed into it. I guess I care for this one. I put it in. I don't know why I put it in, but I did. Or maybe I should just like go back to, can I run like a exact duplicate? For example, this one has key disruption. I think, wait, which one's secret art key disruption? That's a great question. Secret art key disruption. Oh. This just a passive? Am I crazy? I don't even remember seeing that. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, I understand. It's giving it more final damage. Key disruption is, though. It is. Hold on. We'll get there eventually. Because that's arrow. That's flash step. That's key projection. Do I just not have this even set? Dude, I don't even have this set? What am I, stupid? Okay, actually, wait, there's a lot that I don't have set, isn't there? Well, we have Aura of Destiny, Strength Within, which just gives you maximum... I don't really care about that at all. Am I crazy? Isn't there one that's supposed to be like a cleanse that I have? Oh yeah, cleanse yourself of all. Okay, yeah. I like putting this one on alt, so I always have it ready. Hold on. I know this is the most important part of the gameplay, by the way. I know everybody's really on bated breath, like, oh, I hope he sets up his passives properly. Guys, me too. Damn, my Righteous Thunder goes insane. It's getting so many boosts. I feel like I gotta make sure I'm giving the other forms more of the boost, though. Why is Righteous Thunder so giga boosted? Because it's level 5 on that one. Okay. Well... what we care for is these two. So can I put this in? You cannot put multiple copies. You cannot put multiple copies. You cannot put multiple copies. Hold on, we'll get there eventually. You cannot put multiple copies. Hold on. See, this is where I don't understand. Because, like, what do they mean? Search skill 1 as main skill. I just don't care. What if I just did the Tian boost? Would I be able to... Turns out I just don't know anything. Alright, whatever. Look, I don't think I need it. You know I don't need it. Let's fucking just keep on gaming. Well, I guess what I can do, though, is I can open this back up. Just because I think we could get this pendant, right? Prerequisite quest is a silent crusade. Do I need to do a silent crusade before I can fight the boss? Or can I just enter him on normal? Just gonna disagree that there's a prerequisite quest then. Alright. Yeah, he'll be ready any moment now. I'll do it. Okay. Let's see what he's got. I don't remember this guy at all. Creates a sphere of protection. Alright, I know where I'm standing then. Alright, simple enough, simple enough. I don't think that was the pendant we're looking for, but I don't remember, man. And also, I don't know what these are. I'm just not going to pick them up. Alright, so that was easy. But now we should have a pendant that's actually, like, good and gives us stats. Because before I was just running the EXP pendant, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, is... Wait, I wasn't even running it. I didn't even have it on. I just bound it to myself and didn't even put it on. The longer you wear it, the greater the boost becomes. 2 hours plus gives us 30% additional XP. Okay. So there's the Mechanator pendant, which is, of course, what I was looking for. No, I think I wanted the Dominator pendant. Yeah, the Dominator's the better one. Okay. But we do still have this one, which I don't think will be bad. I mean, it's got to be better than what we had before, which was absolutely nothing. Max MP and defense up. That's really ass, I think. But, like, again, are you a returning player? Somewhat. So, like, I've played before. I've played a decent amount before. But I've kind of only ever leveled characters. Like, I like to level characters to level 200 and then play somebody else. That was kind of all I ever did. So, like, when it comes to actually knowing what to do here, I've got no clue. I'm also not sure, because I've been told you have to be careful when you're starring something up. Because there's a point where it can just, like, break and you lose it. But I'm honestly just gonna, like, full send for a bit. Because it's failure keep chance. I'm assuming it'll turn into failure destroy chance. And once that happens, I mean, then we'll have to really start reevaluating a lot. But until then, I'm just gonna keep cranking it up, because the more stats you have, the more numbers go up, the better I feel about myself at night. If my number continues to climb, failure keep is 10%. Now, I believe... Or sorry, it's 50%. Now, I believe once you start getting to 10 star is when, if you fail, it goes back a level. And this pendant's not even that insane. But I'm going to give it a second try to see if we can get it up there. If we fail... Oh, no, it doesn't regress it. Because it's still... I just guess I don't have any clue what I was talking. Did it used to regress? Did they change it? That doesn't sound right. I feel like MMOs like this at this point in their life cycle don't do anything to try and do good quality of life. All right, we're kind of too broke for me to want to finish leveling this out, especially because I don't know how insane it's actually going to be for us. I feel like it can't be bad. My ambition level increased. That's got to be worth something. But yeah, I guess I've just, like, never really known what I'm doing in this game. And I don't think that that's changing now. Hold on, I'm just trying to, like, line you up with quick move. That's fine, I'm just going to put you over here, then. I'm just going to put you over on the right side. I mean, I don't really need a health bar for myself, because I've got it down there. Is this just party health bar? I think it is. I'll just put that over there. We did get a Dominator pendant recipe. That's pretty sick. Do I know how any of the jobs work? No, I always stayed away from that. In fact, as it turns out, I stayed away from most things. But I should probably get potential on my emblem. Yeah, I likely should. I remember that was one thing that I was always really good at. I was told by one person who was good at the game that you should always put potential on your emblem. And so ever since then, it's the first thing that I always try to do, and then I do nothing else afterwards. A new badge would be way nicer than what we have right now. And I'm pretty sure we can, like, just show Magnus what for. Especially with, because this challenger gear they give you is absolutely insane. Now, granted, I say it's absolutely insane. I'm sure endgame players look at it and they're like, wow, this is all they give you? Well, I thought they'd actually bother giving the players good equipment. Hold. We gotta move. I don't know if it would one-shot us. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. I am not here to find out. We'll move us to the side. I can't remember if there's a stand underneath him or stand beside him. So we will just move. I dodged directly into a purple meteor, which is essentially just like a one-shot. So that's kind of sick of me. Very smart. And pop this. Get my iframes going. All right. Yeah. That's the stand under. Got it. Look. It's been a while, okay? Did we dick him down? Somewhat. Some might say, but it still was not a flawless kill, which is, you know, I mean, that's really more on me than anybody else. I haven't bossed in a while in an MMO, okay? And then in WoW, I don't really have to worry about anything because everything just kind of dies in that game. Mechanics never hurt. Granted, I mean, you know, I'm pretty early on still. Well, we didn't really get the badge I was looking for, but that's fine because it wouldn't really count as a quest or a search if I got everything the first time I wanted it. Delaying gratification is one of the most important things that we have in this world. I don't know who else I should do, honestly, because I'm assuming that I should just like do bosses until I get something good. Oh, that's for the weapons. Okay. Yeah, like that'd be a great pocket item to get. So is the badge, does that go into a specific slot? Type badge. Do I even have a badge right now? Because that's a medal, yeah. That's a band. Are you oh, this is a badge. So this is a badge. Then, oh, your pocket slot's over here. That's right. You have to have charm high enough to unlock your pocket. I have pocket unlocked. I just don't have anything good for it. I don't know if pink bean's the best one you can get, but it's probably the best one I can get. In fact, if you can do pink bean daily, hold on, let me check. We could still technically get the cup. And it is a daily event to do the pink bean. So I guess we'll just go, like, kill this one real quick. Wait, am I stupid? Hold. Wait, I thought... Dude, this might be... Hold on, shut up. I don't want anyone to say anything, okay? I'm learning. I thought last time all I had to do was talk to you. Oh, yeah, it was. It just didn't want to pop up the first time I talked. Okay. Let me just pop a couple of these, get our stacks up. I mean, realistically, what I should do, if I'm being honest with myself, is I should... I'm going to wait to click that real quick. I understand now why you'd want to actually have the strength within one. It's just so you can instantly pop the buffs you need. Like, I can instantly pop 8, 7, 6, 5, and then we're giga buffed up. And then we should be all good. Yeah. That's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, hold on. Let me just be stunned in the corner for a second. Look! I might just be ass at video games, and that's okay. Is there anything... Oh, I have to... I didn't even realize you ever had to kill the statue. Wait a minute. I might be stupid. I might be stupid, but I'm also not smart. Unless it's... Is one of the other statues still alive? No, it is just the goddess. Okay. 1, 2, and then... Honestly, just hit him with one of these. And then iframe. The old 1-2 special. Well, still didn't get the pocket item. That's fine. I'll get it someday. And I think that, like I said, I think the daily reset is coming up soon. So then we'll just be able to do it again. Why am I doing these now? Because I kind of just like having a full loadout, you know? I don't really care if it's good equipment. I just want something in every slot. I mean, this one has to be better. And it is. It's already better. That's crazy. What makes it just so much better? Oh, its dex is just rolled nicer. Yeah, okay, that adds up. Well, I mean, while we're at it, we might as well just do this real quick. Get it to, I don't know, 6 stars. I don't know what stars you're supposed to get anything to. Realistically, all I can say is I don't know what I'm doing here. I just kind of wake up and it's like this one day, you know what I mean? I woke up and my shit was huge and I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I think I've told this story before. I definitely have. But I remember, dude, everybody has a story like it, I'm assuming, right? When you learn for the first time that you are like actually going through puberty, right? I remember for me, it was while I was playing Skyrim. And it's fucked up because like, I hate the game Skyrim. I don't enjoy it. I don't think there's much that I find enjoyable about Skyrim at all. Now, I understand it's one of the most beloved games of all time. So my take on Skyrim is not a very popular one. Okay, you don't have to tell me that. I know. But with that said, God, I just wish it could have been like any other game. Oh wait, I don't care about checking the price. I just want to sell all of these and get my Mesos back. Okay. Then we might as well sell all these while we're at it. Honestly, I don't know what any of the other stuff does, so I'm just going to get rid of it. It's just clogging up my inventory at this point. You guys can tell that I did, what's the one called? Reina Straight, I think. Sorry, shark dentures and frozen shark fins. It was bound to happen eventually. How, do you know? Nobody does. Okay, it's true. I'm going to ask it as though somebody might anyways, though. How do I check which guys can drop as familiars? Because my current familiars just kind of don't really matter. I mean, I guess I should summon them because attacks ignore 15% of monsters. Defense seems fine. But no, it's not this shop that I'm looking for. That's right. Sorry. Yeah, if you go to a list, because if they have one that's just like specifically for the forest I'm in, I'll at least know that way. Or if I go to collection, no, because that just shows you who you actually own. Okay. And then I don't own any badges here. I think you have to unlock badges independently, though, because I've definitely... Yeah, I've got badges before, just not here. Yeah, are any of these... No, because those are all earlier. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know where I can figure out if somebody can drop as a familiar or not. Because I know the guys I was farming last time couldn't. And the way I know that is because I killed 1,000 of them. I didn't get a single one. That just doesn't seem right to me. Okay, we only need 100 for each of these. We gotta kill, I don't know. I don't know what maps are good farming maps and which ones are horrible farming maps. We'll just jump directly to the center, see what we got going on here, see if anyone's here. No one's here? All right, that means it's a perfect farming map. Why? Because I'm here and no one else is. Therefore, it can't possibly go wrong. Okay, sick. Dude, it's so nice that they let you skip the story now, though. Like, I know that it makes it sound as though what's the point of playing the game if you'll skip the story? You're looking at the point, okay? It's all worth it when you just get to smash a couple of apples overhead and have a good time. Bad apples, if you will. The one song that will be able to run on anything. If anything can have any form of animation, it will run Bad Apple. And if anything has any form of computing power, it will run Doom. It's the two laws of the world. I didn't set them. In fact, I'm gonna be completely honest, and you can take away my UNC card, I'm sorry, which sucks because I'm really enjoying the senior citizen discount that I get at like Denny's and stuff. I don't really know what Bad Apple is from. I just know that it's popped up everywhere on the internet, but I just don't, like, I think it's from an anime just based off the art style, but I don't know which anime, so I don't know. All I do know is it is definitely everywhere. In fact, I'm sure they tried to animate it on, like, the new one, W Place, man. W Place upsets me, because everything is just Deltarune. And you might wonder why that upsets me, right? Because it's nice to have a community that's so passionate. And, like, it is really nice to have a very passionate community, right? The reason it upsets me, though, is, like, it makes me not want to play Deltarune, which is a game I was excited for. But the reason I don't want to play it is they're just so aggravating. Because they'll see art from another community, like a niche community, and they'll go, oh, I know what we should do here. Come on, Deltarune fans. Let's band together and cover up this artwork with Deltarune characters. And it's just like, man, like I saw there was one, somebody drew Acrid on W Place, and then people were like, oh my god, guys, look, they drew Susie. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I can tell you right now that that's Acrid. So for sure, it's not a Deltarune character, man. It's definitely, unless Acrid makes a cameo appearance in Deltarune, in which case, you know, egg on my face. Clearly, I didn't do the required reading. And that's me being foolish. I'm sure that they had a great time collabing with Gearbox if that was the case. It seems like Gearbox are really, Randy Pitchford especially, are just like great to work with, you know? He did do a magic trick at medieval times, which you gotta give him some credit for. God, is there any story that's more fun to tell? I just think that the funniest part of it is not that he had a porn flash drive that had barely legal pornography on it. It's not even that the porn flash drive was mixed with company files, right? These are all normal things that any functioning, well-adjusted member of society has on them. The funniest part is that he left it at a medieval times. Bro, how are you gonna leave the goon drive at a place where you have to eat with your fingers? The goon drive should be the #1 thing on your mind when you're using your fingers for activities. And you're telling me that's when you forgot it? I just don't believe. I mean, maybe he got too immersed in medieval times. Also, I don't think I've ever heard of anybody actually going to medieval times past the age of like 12. Medieval times is a hype place to have your middle school birthday party. And past that, I don't think it exists as a restaurant. It's like one of those things where it's almost cool once. Almost. And that's about it. I'm back. I got distracted. Welcome back. We're talking about Randy Pitchford's Goon Drive, which is my favorite tale of the gaming industry. Now, I will say there's something about it, right? Where the way he described it really did unsettle me. Because he talked about the barely legal pornography being found at a medieval times with his company files on like a podcast, right? But the part of it that really skeeved me out, and I don't know if anybody else caught this, or if I'm alone for feeling skeeved out by this. I actually don't even know what a VIP booster does, so I'll use one. But it was the fact that he just kept stressing that part of it. What do I mean by that part? He kept saying barely legal. And that was really the part that kind of just like, why does that get stressed so importantly, you know? It just doesn't, a case that never quite sat right with me. I don't know, and that's a very common thing I've noticed with people like that, is they always stress the barely legal part. That's just fun. I don't know, man. That's just creepy behavior. I don't fuck with it. Now, do I still think leaving the Goon Drive at medieval times is an all-timer hilarious thing to have happened? Yeah. So that's just not changing, okay? That will always be very funny to me. Also, my rotation, I know for next time, leave up my big buffs so that I can use them to easy clear out more of the fire that spawns it. Because the fire has way more HP than the normal enemies around here. So it's probably pretty important that we have our better abilities up to deal with them. Because holy shit is the fire way stronger. It also, maybe I'm insane. I don't feel like I'm getting that much more XP. I have not been looking at my XP bar, by the way. So this is based on nothing other than like my feelings. But I'd like to constitute that as facts currently. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. The bar just hasn't moved that much. Oh, yes, Booba Joseph, I saw you gave a shout out. Did you give a shout out to Tally also? Sorry. My mind goes like a million miles a minute sometimes when I'm streaming. I forgot to mention that at all. Did you also give a shout out to, sorry, I wanted to make sure we're spreading love equally. Like a parent should do instead of having a favorite child. Will it happen that way? Probably not, but like, who am I to stop that? I feel like parents who stress that they don't have a favorite child have a favorite child. Thoughts on this? Like a parent who actually doesn't play favorites, I don't think it even crosses their mind that they could have a favorite. But I think a parent that does play favorites tries very hard to make sure that they say they don't have favorites. Because then you're trying to be like, no, trust me, it's all in your head if you think there's favorites. When I don't think, like, it wasn't on the table until they bring it up. It's the, fuck, what's it? Is it the Streisand effect is what it's called, I think? Where, like, trying to call attention away from something is always directly what does call attention to it. I'll clean up the rest. There's got to be one time that I do this where I look at the bar, like I pop both of my big buffs, where I look at my bar beforehand so I don't just end up wasting the buffs. Well, maybe someday. I mean, it's nice to have hopes and dreams, you know? One of my favorite soundtrack pieces off the Undertale soundtrack, Hopes and Dreams. So it's nice to have them at the very least. Throw that one up there. I do love that tornado attack. Man, I do. I have a friend who has recently gone into teaching, right? I'm super happy for her because she's wanted to be a teacher for a while. And, you know, the job market, if it sucks ass for most people, I imagine it has to suck even worse if you have a specialized job. Like, well, maybe teaching's not that hard to get a job in right now. I don't know. I imagine that it is, though, because it took her a while to find a job. But I don't know how hard she was, like, really searching, or if she was just kind of, like, coasting for a bit. I mean, I don't blame anybody for wanting to coast for a bit. Coasting is kind of awesome. Being unemployment and Elden Ring might be the, like, premium combination. That's, like, a Kino combination, you know? Put Godfather on your second monitor as your second monitor slop content while you're absolutely feasting out of your mind on Elden Ring. Look, it's not all that bad, okay? So I completely get it. I would coast it out if I could. Unfortunately, I have rent to pay. Fucked up. Once I'm no longer paying a landlord and I own my own house, the day my house is paid off, I'm quitting all jobs. No, I'm kidding. I'm retiring early. You can't make me go back. But anyways, I just can't imagine being a teacher, man. I feel like there's such a level of patience and a certain love for being around kids that I just don't have at all. I oftentimes find myself, even when interacting with children for a small moment, thinking, God, do I wish this was over. Also, we're going to just throw away the kill chain we have right now. And you might say that that's a foolish move. It could be, but I really want to turn this in before daily reset. And I can't remember if daily reset's at 7 or 8. And I'm sure there's somewhere I could check it, honestly, while we're at it real quick. Not cash shop. Get me out of the cash shop, man. Get me out. Yep, I'm sure. I meant to do daily gift, where I can now claim my gift and get some money. That's what I meant the whole time. And then while we're at it, we can also just sell here real quick. Yoink. We have none of those left. Okay, let me stretch for a second. Okay. All good. What do these even do? Can be obtained from any enemy used for making powerful equipment and potions. Okay, it's probably worth keeping, huh? Well, is craftable equipment, does it even, like, matter? Does it even factor into anything? Or is it just kind of like a drop it whenever? At your earliest convenience, if possible. Hold on 1 second. I gotta go check something real quick. Gotta make sure that, yeah, my streams are up. We are chilling. Okay, that's big. That's big. That's big and large. That's big and large, much like me on, most days. I was gonna say on the days I order Taco Bell. Let's be real, man. Food's just too good. And I know that might be the most skinwalker trying to pretend they're human statement of all time. Yes, I do enjoy consuming food from time to time. I don't know what I'm supposed to slot in hands. I wish there was a good guide for, like, because these don't really help me, right? I understand that I want to boost the final damage of stuff that's good and not boost the final damage of stuff that's bad. But I don't know how much that realistically... I didn't want to disassemble it anyways. Yeah, so, because we could get this one to rank 10. But this has Swirling Tide. It's got one of the soul arts, too. Which I think I want to boost up, right? Oh, I already have one that's boosting it up. Which is... So then what if I select it all here? Well, that would also get it to rank 10. So then, are you guys using the same ones? Barrage, Celestial Fist, Divine Art, Swirling Tide. Smashed, Black Wind, Divine Art, Righteous Thunder. Keen-Eyed, Kick, High Speed. So or do they all have names like that? Barrage, Keen-Eyed Kick. Keen-Eyed Kick. Well, There's no barrage keen-eyed, though. So that should be allowed. Barrage keen-eyed. Cannot place multiple. Barrage, what if I did that one? So does each one only get to appear once? No, because D is appearing on both of those. So then what determines if one can't appear again? Because these are called high-speed Thunderbolt. Joe Fishberg got a shout-out. Look at that. Look at that, guys. His name has been changed. Any dead naming of Joe in the chat will end up with you getting killed. I'm the one who normally called him by the first part of his old name, and I almost said it. But, like, any dead naming, you will be executed live. The execution will be televised. I can't change this. Erupting flame. Brother, don't I know it? See, I think this is where I don't know. Is I don't understand how these work. Like, I know I like this one a lot, so I should probably just, like, select all and then level this one up. Because this one I'm going to keep forever. These are just 3 that are really good to have leveled up. Because this one just hits all enemies while I'm mobbing. Sorry. Because this one just hits all enemies while I'm mobbing. Gotta remember to toggle it on after I die, which happens very rarely, obviously, but, like, it does happen from time to time. Yeah, we should be good there. God, look at that fucker. So then what are we looking for now? Because if I hit you, we need an eye accessory 100%. So I guess we could go do, because you guys don't give anything, right? Yeah, I don't really understand the point of Root Abyss. I'll be just completely honest with you. Like, I wish I got it. Please double check the quest. Oh, they actually make you do Root Abyss still. I guess that makes sense because it unlocks all 4 of them in the area. That's fair. I was just hoping I wouldn't have to. Yeah. The rat doesn't know it yet, but his balls are about to explode thanks to my ball explosion hex. The froggy doesn't know it yet, but I counterspelled. I reversaled. Earlier, that slight pain you felt, it was me. It was me, I did it. So, why is Chaos Vellum all the way down here? Oh, wait, because it's Vellum, not Horn. Oh, because Horntail's different. Oh, so we can just go do Horntail on Chaos mode, probably. I just imagine he won't give us much of a problem if I go in on Chaos. And then we can proc 8, 7, 6, 5. And then just see what we got there. All right. Yeah, we got that then. That should be easy. Well, easy enough. Dude, I honestly, wait, maybe Maplestory is too active of a game for me to play and just talk about other things. Or maybe it's just that, like, I'm too stupid. Call it. It has to be one of them. It can't possibly be both. So, do you actually just have to... Oh, yeah. So you do just have to do this. Okay. Till it breaks. And then we'll pop our X, our C, and then we'll win. I want to do what every good mod does. Inflate your ego, check up how you're doing, then sleep. Check this out. Holy shit, he's hitting the quad feed moment. Alright, check this out. Punches to death. Fucking beat you to death. POV. You're behind the Denny's at 1 a.m. Sorry, buddy, you never stood a chance. What still has HP? Nothing anymore. Chaos Horntail necklace, probably pretty good. Salta, I'm really impressed with your 7 years of work experience at Maplestory Cinema. What can I say? I try not to brag too much. Not everybody can be quite like me. I have no clue what I'm doing, and I actually just kind of like equipped the gear they gave me for a limited time that was really strong. He's like, how you doing? How was your day? Oh, you know, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. You know, we had some stuff here and there. Some occasions popped up. You know how it is. I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with occasions on occasion. Okay. Yes. Okay. Select with less than 3 potential lines to add 1 potential line too. So first I need to get the scroll of potential, but then I can use the gold stamp on it. Okay. Now here, it is better than what we're running, obviously. I mean, honestly, let me put... What do you hit shift? Do you hit control? Do you scroll? Do you... Aha, yeah, you do that. It's just around as good as it, right? But it does have potential, so that's got to be worth something. So let's pop this bad boy for its potential, see what we got. Int and defense. It's pretty fucking good. I mean, should I use one of these just to get, like, better rolls on it? Probably not. On items graded rare to unique, can increase up to 2 ranks according to... So then what's this one do? Can only be used, resets existing. So this one can't be used to tier up. This one can be used to tier up. But then what's flaming? Because I've heard flaming is something different, isn't it? Other than the way that some people would describe homosexuals. Okay, yes. Good. I think we're getting somewhere. I sleep now. Time to get sleeping so I can wake up at a reasonable time. So I'll decide. I also forgot. Your PR has to be the biggest on this side of Ratville. I mean, hook him up to a polygraph. No lies detected. We could do plus 10k down. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know, man. I guess it's worth it. I guess I'd probably rather do that, sure. I'm just going to disable star catching and we're going to brute force this one up in levels real quick. That makes so much sense. That is the Root Abyss Chaos boss. Because I was looking at the Horntail and I was like, Horntail's easy though, I thought. It honestly made me not do Chaos earlier when I was playing this game offline because I thought to myself, well, surely then I must have something incorrect because they're having me do that one next. They don't. They just don't. It's simply not the way it works, as it would turn out. All right, enhanced. One more attempt up here. I'm happy to have it here. Plus 20,000 attack power, why not? We're going to be taking off the Pendant of the Spirit. That's fine. I don't need to just power level, you know what I mean? I'll make it. It'll be okay. Soul Art, honestly, for just being 1, I'll take that. This one is this one our buff one? Yeah, that's our buff. That's our buff. This one is the all attacks are critical for 30 seconds. Critical damage up. Increases Zhuanshan. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was never taught to speak other languages aside from Spanish. And divine art damage, number of attacks +1. The extra attacks from Soul Art, the open gate cannot exceed 15. Yeah, that one's huge mode, actually. If I click enhance all, what happens? It's probably not worth clicking, right? I should probably see if I have stuff that's actually good first. But what I really want to do, I don't know where else you can go for it. It's not multi-dimensional that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the town portal. Must be on that side still. Yeah. I want to go here just because I know... I think it's over here. I think. You gotta keep in mind, I haven't played for 2 years. So, like, not everything's exactly one-to-one in my knowledge. But I believe in here, you're able to buy the potential scroll I'm looking for. Holds 40 chairs. That's awesome. Storage room. Expand your storage room by 4 slots. Okay, yeah. Should be somewhere around... I don't remember. There's my hard cubes, not what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for... Is there not one? Of equipment with less than 3 lines. Use an equipment item to grant it bonus stats. The bonus stats are selected randomly and typically have higher value. And will have higher values than are typical. If used on equipment that already has bonus stats, those bonus stats will be re-rolled. Okay. So... I don't know the difference between flaming and cubing. I know flaming is what happens in League of Legends lobbies. Potential versus bonus stats. So maybe this is my understanding as someone who is reading for the first time. Also, you're not the one who sells what I'm looking for. That's fine though. as someone who is reading for the first time. Hold. If I had to guess, like, you see how there are blue stat numbers that are up? That's what it re-rolls. Special ring which imbues the power of an unrelenting flame. I'm imagining I can't re-roll this. Which, I mean, fair enough. It does only have luck, though. So, maybe this is stupid. Could I... Only usable items graded rare to unique can increase up to 2 ranks according to set probability ranks. Resets existing potentials. Could it downgrade something? Would it go from having unique down to having something lower than that? I mean, these are questions that I'm sure someone has the answer to, but I'm not going to get. And I guess the only way I could find out is by trying it. Because, like, it's not like the luck or max MP are doing anything for me. Sure you want to use? Yes. So it's still unique. Okay. So then I could just buy, like, I don't know, 3 of these. I mean, I'm sure it's not worth cubing right now, but, like, I don't know. I want to see if I can get Dex as one of its stats. No. If I get a single Dex roll, I'm happy. Now, that's way better. That's so much better. That's so much better. So then, okay. Do I have a flame on me? Johnny Storm be like, flame on! But like, do it, but do I actually? No, I don't. Okay. So we'll consolidate these real quick. We'll pop on out of here. I think that that was a good enough roll that we can stick with. But if I go here... Story of Servants. What the fuck? No, man, I'm good. Hyperion World Leap. I don't know what that is at all. Auto Harvester System. I just don't know what that is either. I think what I was looking for is this one. I put just boss damage and XP gain. I don't know if that's good or not, but it's what I got here. And then so this one has the flames I'm looking for, right? So how do I do this? I want to receive them. There are no victory or defeat powerful enemies, then come back and talk. Hold on. That's just so much reading. You know what? I'm just going to take their word for it. I think I already did this. I did clear Monster Park once, right? Cleared Monster Park one time. Well, I did, though. I cleared it yesterday. I mean, whatever. This is just like a guide thing anyway. The cool part about it, though. Oh, we do get something at the end. And then 10 Sacred Soul Selectors. Hexamatrix. Legendary Lady. Holy. Bro, this game has... they've been doing a lot, huh? They've been doing the most, haven't they? Ooh, Epic Potential Scroll 100%. You know where else I can get that, though? I just remembered. Let me run on over to my Legion shop. I should, with 1,500, be able to buy an Epic Potential Scroll. Just buy one of them. Because I should, if my understanding of the game is correct, you just kind of do it on your emblem, right? I think it's on your emblem that you want to do it on. And then I should do this. And we get chances to ignore defense and stuff like that. We should stamp it. Cannot be used on this item. Double click with less than 3. Oh my god, that is 3. Wait, I'm stupid. Wait, they're so right. Wait, that is the number 3. Yup. They're definitely onto something there. So then we can do this and try to upgrade it. And we get luck and int, which just isn't good. Can I buy from you? So what are these? Call upon your Legion's luck to score extra loot. Okay. Then you can also do here. And then you've also got Karma Hard Cubes. What's the difference? Well, okay. So then what if I was to buy, I don't know, a Rebirth Flame, for example, right? So I've got one Rebirth Flame. Can I flame in... Can be used on equipment. Hold on. Use on an equipment item to grant it bonus. So I can't do it on this one. Okay. So like for this one, for example, I don't care about what it rolled. It didn't roll good. So if I click on here, it would re-roll this one. into now having higher strength, dex, luck instead. And it took away the jump. And okay. So there's flaming versus potential. Flaming rerolls and items set bonus stats. Okay. Now you might say, how have you made it this far into the game? As in, like, having multiple characters over level 200 and you don't know the difference between them. The answer might not surprise you. Because, like, I never bothered to learn. And it turns out it's really easy to just not learn if you don't care to learn. So, what we're going to flame for here is hopefully a bunch of dex. Dex plus 6% is not bad. But we can do better. I mean, that's definitely not better. Am I insane? Or is... Hold on. Did my headphones break? I can hear? Dude, I think my headphones just broke. Either that or this audio only comes out of one ear. But I don't think that's the case. Hold on one second. Let me go swap headphones real quick. Just give me one moment. Because I have a different pair of headphones I can use. These will now become the headphones I wear at work. Because they don't work anymore. And now I've got one whole ear's worth of audio for work. Which is all I should need to hear a client complain. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, my headphones just totally broke. I mean, it makes sense. They've had an exposed wire for about 4 months. I feel like you've got a pretty limited time and you know it at that point. Critical rate up actually just doesn't matter, though, as far as I'm concerned, just because, like, we'll do better than that. Dex plus 6% is nice, but the other two are just horrible. So it's like if only one of them is good, I feel like we can do better. That's also okay, but it's still not what we're looking for. Now, why am I doing this right now? Isn't there other stuff I could do to get stronger? Probably, but I don't really know what that other stuff is, you know? Damage plus 6%. It's plus 63,000 power. Let's go for damage and dex. Why? I'm just feeling greedy, and I've got nothing else to use the 22 on. It just seems fun. Plus, if I got damage once, how hard could it be? Damn. The max HP rolls. We could tank out of our mind. Plus 18,000 on that one, don't care. Flat dex is obviously not what we're looking for. How many ass stats are in this game? Hold on. I kind of want to move this one. Because I keep seeing what it's going to roll before I can, I like it doing the reveal. Okay, just snap it right back to the center. Fuck me, I suppose. In dex 3%. Dex 3% is just not good enough. I'll take the next dix. Well, if I'm lucky, I will. But I'll take the next dex plus 3% we get. All stats plus 3%, attack power plus 12. I mean, that's pretty good. We've only got 12 left. What am I thinking? I'm thinking that I should greed. Because I've always been taught that greed is good. Maybe I shouldn't be greeding. However, nobody knows. It is dex plus 3%, but it's still not good enough. Okay, attack power plus 3% and attack power plus 12. I'll keep it for now. But I'm not happy with it. I feel like it could have gone way better for us, but whatever. Now, if I go in here, I should probably hyperstat something else. I just don't know what else you hyperstat other than Arcane. Because Arcane's so easy to make sure I'm hitting all my thresholds that matter. Probably like... Oh, that's just normal against normal monsters. We could do boss damage up by a percentage. I mean, I guess realistically what you could do is just put this on like a second one for bossing. And get... Ooh, it costs 2 million mesos to change presets. But what I was thinking was that, like, I could just do critical damage plus boss damage, and then that would be pretty good. Or just damage in general, I guess. Oh, I don't know which... There might be different scaling for boss damage versus normal damage. This I could also definitely do better. Isn't there, like, a circulator or something you buy? I don't know. I mean, I guess technically I should probably be rolling it on a separate one, but, like... I just enjoy rolling. I'm going to be real with you. It's just fun to gamble at low odds. To, like, just try and get lucky one time, you know? What's our dex at? 7,000? Okay. If I see it shoot up substantially, I'll be happy. 4% damage to normal monsters with a little bit of dex. We'll keep that for now because I liked my 4% to normal monsters. And then in the meantime, we'll just roll this one instead. How do I get it past epic ability, though? Because I swore it was just you kept resetting until you got it past epic, but maybe I'm crazy. Or is that where the... What's the one cash shop item I'm thinking of? It's like a miracle something. Hold on. Yeah. Miracle circulator. Reset does not apply to locked ranks or stats. Upon use, the ability rank and the rank of the first line will either increase or remain the same. The ranks of the second and last lines will be randomized. Only works on epic ability rank or higher. Maximum final result is legendary. And then we got Water of Life. Well, you know. Maybe someday I'll be able to whale that one, but I doubt it. I mean, honestly, we got Toes Enjoyer over there. Fucking you and half of Twitch, my man. Oh, what am I saying, half? I shouldn't downplay like that. You and all of Twitch. It's all they want anyways. That's why there was the one Superman, but for grippers. We all saw the clip. We all saw it. Whether you wanted to or not, you saw it. And the question is, Chaos Pink Bean is underneath Chaos Succumb. Do we think I could do it? Well, I don't think it matters, right? Because they're locked in... Oh, no, Chaos Pink Bean is weekly. So we could try Chaos Pink Bean, see how we're feeling. I mean, I did just buff up all of my stats. So, should be feeling pretty good. All right. Lock in. So we got 8. I'm going to go 7, 6, 5. I'm not going to pop my other ones yet. Woo. Dude, I'm... What the fuck is up with my movement right now? I'm using the iframes I can because I don't know how you move when you are locked like this. In fact, I don't even know which one's doing it. I just got one shot instead. That works too. Maybe I just don't... Oh, wait, because you're doing the reflection thing, aren't you? Okay. Ability locked? Sure. Maybe I just need to watch tutorials on how you beat bosses, or maybe my number... Because I don't really think my numbers are too low. I thought that was the case in the past when I was playing this game, but I don't think it is right now. Because my damage isn't that bad. But I still can't kill a single one of them. So maybe my damage is that bad. Alright, weaving. Just gonna punch a couple times. Because I'm ability locked. All right, now we're good to just move again. The one that I don't understand how to dodge. Sometimes I just get like struck by lightning and die. I know Ben Franklin was feeling that one, but like I wish I didn't have to. Okay. All right, we're chilling. Pop that for some more iframes. Woo. Okay. We're good. So, like, here's my take right now. Even if I beat this, there's no shot I'm killing Pink Bean, right? So I'm just gonna, like, revive and be on my way out of here. Dude, what do I do wrong? And you might say you're just not built for Pink Bean yet, but they want me to do Chaos Succumb. And if I'm supposed to be able to do this guy... Maybe it's because I don't have any face equipment? Did I go and do normal Succumb yet? I haven't. Let's go do normal Succumb, see if we can at least get a face to drop. I know it won't be ideal, but like I don't see any other bosses dropping one right now. And normal Succumb is going to die in a singular punch. I know. He's simply not built for this world. It's fine. Never seen one like me approaching. Check this shit out. And yep, alright, still can't for the life of me ever get a face tattoo. That's fine. Even from the normal one. That's fine. Don't need it anyways. So, what am I supposed to do then? Because you don't have one. I'm looking for like a... You do. You can technically drop one. I don't think the day has reset yet. Has it? It hasn't. No. Okay. I guess the day resets at 8 p.m. then? I don't know. Yeah, man, I can always just like go... far more areas. Yeah, because the next would be up all the way to here, which means I'd be able to do normal Cygnus, which I don't think I've ever done. God damn. Whoa, they've added so many more bosses since last I played. Holy. Damn, when I last played, I remember Lucid and Guardian Angel Slime were two huge ones. Because I remember this was one of the best equipment in the game, I think. So maybe what I'm doing wrong, and I put wrong in somewhat quotes, right? Because like I don't think there is any objectively correct or incorrect thing to do right now. I think what I do wrong is I don't flame anything. You know, I never find what I should be. Oh, God. Eye accessory and face accessory. Well, my face right now is a fucking sailor mask, man. The hoes are making fun of me. We do need another ring. So does anybody have another ring I can get? Probably. I think that's the ring we have. We could do, what the fuck is his name? Golix. We could get this ring. But again, I don't really know how Golix works either. That's the issue, is there's so much stuff that I'm just like, huh, don't know how that works. And then it kind of just leaves me where I am. Yeah, because I think I'm wearing one of these rings. I am. I don't know where else I'd even get a ring. I don't know. Everything kind of works itself out if you just kind of keep trucking on in life. But I know it was barely any time for a stream. My stomach's killing me today, man. So I'm going to go end. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow, but it'll be something. And I'll see you guys then. Sorry again, sorry for such an abrupt ending, but like, my stomach is killing me. So I'm going to go probably throw up. See you guys.